This was your house. These are effectively your brothers. What did you think when you first saw that video?
They're not my brothers. The guys in that video are not my brothers. My first reaction was complete disgust and shock. I was deeply offended as a black man in general, but I was devastated also having been in that house for 4 years and put my own blood, sweat, and tears in cultivating a culture that would never do that. And so I don't understand what has happened in the time since my being there to this weekend or whenever this video was actually taken, or more importantly, whenever the song actually was created or got into my chapter. I don't know what happened to the culture of my home, but that is not my home. That is not SAE, and they are not my brothers.
You know, just to be clear, when you were a member of that fraternity, when you lived there, did you ever hear anything like this? Did you hear this song?
I never heard an inkling of this song, a whisper of anything like this. I truthfully believe this was not going on, at least in the 4 years I was there, from 01 to 05. I can't speak, obviously, for the years before me or even the day after I left.
I read that you also said that once you saw this video, it was difficult for you to look in the mirror. You haven't done anything wrong. Why?
Because they're wearing the same letters I wore. They have the same pen with the same symbols and the same motto that I hold dear to my heart. And I don't know what they've done with it. But when I looked in the mirror as an SAE, thinking of what I saw in that video, I couldn't look at myself, still claiming to be that. And that was why I had to write what I wrote and say what I said, because I can't associate with it, because that hit too close to home. It's not the national fraternity I'm upset with, it's my chapter. They injured me, and I wanted them to understand that, yeah, that song's offensive to millions of people, directly to African Americans, but that's offensive to everybody else with any decency in their heart at all.
Absolutely.
But on top of that, they offended specifically me, because I walked those halls, I lived in those rooms. My picture hangs on the wall. I held offices in that house. They were talking about me, and that's not okay, and they needed to know that wasn't okay. And all I could do at that moment was write down something, some thought, but I can't even wrap my brain around this. I don't care who was singing the song. I know everyone, it seems like a lot of people want to identify the individuals in the video, but that was sung in unison. And even the people that may not have been singing on the bus, nobody stood up and stopped them. That song keeps going. And they didn't sing that song for the first time that night. So that entire house has accepted the culture that accepts that song, those words, that imagery. So the whole house has to be punished, because someone should have stood up.